Comedian here. He's from Bloomington, Illinois. Give him a big round of applause. Andrew Howell.
Okay. So I went on a blind date last week, and everything went great. It was perfect. Like, she was, beautiful, smart, sexy, everything, like the kind of girl you really want to hold hands with. And and everything started to go wrong. Like, I don't know what happened. I just asked her what her major was, and she was like, "Oh, I'm studying to be a physicist." Like, get the fuck out. How long have you wanted to be a PE teacher? I fucking love dodgeball. I'm sorry, I mean physical education teacher. And after that, it didn't really pan out too well. But I found out later it's because I'm stupid. And got a long history of being stupid. Like, barely made it through junior high without having to wear a helmet. Then when I got to high school, no better. Like, every teacher hated me, especially my English teacher, Mr. Kern. He was this really big guy, really intimidating. Like, this guy made coffee nervous. And he'd always be running my ass about, punctuations. I never knew where they went, still don't, still unemployed. But he'd always have some kind of smart-ass comments right in the margin every time he'd give me a paper bag. It'd start off like, constructive criticism, and it quickly turned into meaning. Like, it'd start off with, like, you gotta run on sentence, run on paragraph, run on home, kill yourself because you're worthless. Just, pretty discouraging shit. Like math class, that was even worse. Like, we had a system set up where you got like high math, medium math, low math, and are you fucking kidding me program? And that was my class. And it was me and about 5 other all-stars. And we weren't like full-blown retarded, but we were trying to line it up to be taken out of general population. But I hated being in that class. It's like the most embarrassing shit in the world. Like, all my other friends, my normal friends, they had like real classes, learning real things like, fraction, history. I would be shoved in our little room, chained to the seats learning like finger painting, animal sounds, like how to get hugs. The basics. But the upside of that class was like my normal friends, they'd actually have like real homework, be like learning real, spend hours on it at night. And all we had to do was promise not to hurt ourselves when we got home. It balanced out in the end. But being, so terrible at school is what led me to doing drugs. Like, pot's like my main drug, like that's my bitch. But throughout the years you gotta try the drugs, figure out what works for you. Like, I tried coke. I had to X that because, I'm hyper enough, like, after Capri Sun, I don't really need to feel, like, mass amounts of coke in the equation, but, I remember the first time I tried it, my friends and I, we were going on a ski trip, and one friend was all excited. He came down, he's like, "Hey, you guys want to do some coke?" Well, my life's going nowhere. So we blew some lines or whatever. We started out for the trip. By the time we'd gotten there, I had made a sweater for the trip. I don't even know how to knit. This shit had me ridiculously focused. And the worst thing about the entire thing was we ended up getting kicked off the slope the first day because I was skiing uphill, screaming something about how much I love pain face. I'm just going off the police report. And then hallucinogens, no better. Spent the entire night chasing leprechauns. Turns out it was 2:30 in the afternoon and I was in a grade school. I trial drug not there. But even like if I know I'm gonna go out drinking and I know I'm gonna get hammered, I can't even handle that. Like I'll go to Hallmark, buy a bunch of apology cards, and I'll write inside like, "I'm really sorry, I thought it'd be funny," and I got them ready to distribute the next day. And every day it doesn't fail. My friend calls me up, same problem, same issue I got to deal with. Like it's conversation usually turns out like I was like, "Whose forehead did I try to put my balls on?" Oh, Christ, is your dad pissed? Tell him he's got a card on the way, so kind of smooth things over a little bit. But no, so I decided to stick with pot. That's a little bit more safe for me. And the only problem I have with it now is like I usually end up spending all my money on it. And that's the reason why my last girlfriend left me, was because, I could never afford to take her anywhere, do anything nice for her. Apparently it's someone important, and smoking them up does not count. I lost my train of thought. I'm stupid. But anyways, we were watching TV, like we always watch TV because that's what we do. And these jewelry commercials would come on all the time. Those jewelry commercials where some girl gets some douchebag ring from some fag and she's all excited about it. Like, oh my God, he went to Jared. These commercials would constantly come on all the time. And she'd get all excited about it. Like, oh my God, are you going to go to Jared? Bitch, I'm going to Jerome. I can get you 2 rings, a watch, and 2 gold caps for your kids for the same price as that show on TV. And she was like, it was smooth until her friends came over, and they're all excited to see what she got. Like, oh my God, what did he get you? Like, fuck, what happened? Did you get jumped by a gang? Oh, no. He went to Jerome. So, yeah. Not the best. But real quick before I go, I'll let you know I am mixed. My mom is white, my dad is black. It's disgusting. Growing up mixed, I had my sister and I, who's a little bit younger than me, we had these ridiculous fucking afros. We hated them. They didn't do anything. They didn't blow in the wind. They didn't look cool when they got wet. They sucked. We hated it. The only upside to it was growing up, I loved to pretend like I just won the big game. I got to do a post-game interview. You got the microphones everywhere. And I had more of a curly, poofy kind of an afro, and my sister had more of this really tight, compact afro. And so what I do, I take about 6 or 7 little rubber bands, tied to 6 little afro puffs, and I had a little mic stand. It was fucking awesome. I could give interviews if I could know one for hours. It's like, yeah, next question. It's like, no, I thought I did things all up well. I thought we did quit moving. And, about 2 hours into it, she's about had it like, Mom, he's making me be in Mike's stand again. And my mom's screaming. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, this interview's over. And that's it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.